I think it starts with defense on the defensive end. We gave up 12 layups in the first half. We just wanted to try to minimize their layups and them tagging the basket. So we try to go to our 2-3 defense, but they still kind of broke through. So we give credit to the guards in Miami. Some fast guys.
Remy, you mentioned the struggles in the first half defensively, all the layups you gave up. What was the biggest issue for you guys defensively? Were you messing up communications, or what was the problem?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both communication, just not being locked in, not being ready. But, like Coach mentioned at halftime, that's the biggest thing, defense. No matter who we playing, we got to take defense seriously because that's what wins games. So, offense will come.
Remy, what else did Coach say at halftime? It seems like you guys came out pretty strong there right after the break.
Yeah, just like I said, basically just defensive end, offense don't come, but we got to get stopped. Giving up 40 points to Miami of Ohio felt like it was unacceptable. But give credit to Miami of Ohio. They did a great job of running their stuff, running their offense, playing through the guys that they know how to play through. So, like I said, defense. We got to do it on the defensive end, and offense will come.
Edmond, were they trying to get you ball screens throughout the whole game, and if so, was that part of what made it tough in the second half to get the offense going?
Yes, because we didn't really practice them downing us in ball screens, so they kept switching. Like sometimes they was down, and then sometimes they was playing straight up, so we never knew what to expect.
In that regard, you were one of the guys who were really aggressive against that defense. What did you see, and what did you try to do against their defense to use it against them?
They were trying to play the passing lanes a lot, so open the lane up a lot. So I wanted to drive, make plays.
When you had that dunk in the first half, from an emotional perspective, obviously you got the technical, which is what it is, but from an emotional perspective, how much did that get you going during the game?
It gets me going a lot. A dunk always makes you get excited and want to play defense, to get another stop, to get another opportunity.
Jalen, I know you're a guy who likes to feed off that three in the second half. It seemed like you guys were pretty fired up at that point. What's Edmond bring to the table from an excitement standpoint for you guys?
Edmond brings speed, rebounding, athleticism. He just tells us exactly where to be. As a point guard, we got to listen to him and make sure we're in the right place at the right time so we can get the ball when he tells us to be where we want to be.
You had some impressive performances your first year when you were here. What did you think of this performance tonight that you got in school?
I think the sky's the limit for Edmond, man. Just keep playing as hard as he's playing. He's going to be a great player here at Xavier.
Jalen, you had your fourth career double-double tonight. Do you feel like with Matt gone and the team changing so much that the pressure, or I guess maybe it's your time to really be the guy that leads the way in the front court?
Definitely. I just want to follow in the steps of Matt. He obviously left a great legacy here. But most importantly, I just want to, carve out a way for myself and fill my own shoes first before I can fill somebody else's.
Did you take any heat from that technical that you got?
I did a little bit. Just was trying to get him off my teammate and help my teammate up. That's one thing Coach Mack hounds us about. If your teammate's on the floor, help him up. And he was kind of in my way of me helping my teammate to get up. So, try to, scoot over and get my teammate.
Edmond, can you talk about that? You pulling yourself up on the rim? Was anyone near you were trying to avoid? It was so fast. If you could kind of.
Yes, when I went up to dunk, I kind of seen someone under me, so I didn't want to land. So I just kind of pulled myself up because I didn't want to fall on them and hurt myself.
So were you surprised?
Yeah, the ref told Coach Mack that it was because I pulled myself up. Like if I was just hung like straight down, I wouldn't have gotten a tech.
So Remy, is this a good place to come back and to hold them to fewer points in the second half? Do you feel like you guys, started the way you want to in your first game?
Yeah, I feel like, it's a lot of excitement. It's first game of the season, a lot of energy, a lot of juices flowing. I feel like we started the game pretty well, but, as far as the defensive end, we didn't start the way we wanted to. But, we picked it up the second half. We know we held them to fewer points. So, you got to start somewhere, But we'll get better, in practice and stuff. But, getting better, it's not going to happen overnight. So we got to continue to work each and every day.
Jalen, it seems like when this team needs a spark, what does he bring to the table?
And JP feed off each other. He just it's an energy plug, you know. When he gets going, I get going. When I see him getting hype, you know, I want to be right there next to him, you know, feeding off that energy. But JP brings a ton of things to this team. Athleticism, he tries to find the ball whenever it hits the rim. He definitely brings toughness, and his shooting ability is amazing. So just, you know, with him being an all-around player, it helps us out a lot down the stretch and you know, after the tip-off. So.
And Edmond, time and again tonight, and you were able to finish. But also, when you're driving and you've got the size that this team has down low, what's that like?
Can you repeat the question?
Just to have the size that you guys have this year. You know, when you're driving through the lane and you have that around you, talk a little bit about that.
Well, having the size makes a lot of things easier. You get to see over a lot of defenses and see a lot of things that, like, shorter guards couldn't see. So with me being 6'6", I get to see everything when I'm going through the floor.